In crypto bear markets, people are losing a lot of money. Now, it doesn't only happen just because they buy here at the top and then sell the bottom, but actually during the bear market, they keep buying the local tops and then selling the local bottoms and the local tops and the local bottoms. And that's kind of the design of the bear market. That's what normally bear markets are designed to do, to fake us out. And looks like we've had one more fake out once again. Now this one was another definite fake out, and today we're going to discuss what happened recently, what could be happening next, and what happened in previous bear markets, and what can we anticipate and how can we prepare further. So guys, thank you very much for joining the AR7 channel once again. We're creating crypto content here, especially about technical analysis, but also fundamental analysis about the big cryptocurrencies and altcoins that are gonna explode in the next bull runs. I think now we have at least 1 year to accumulate and learn about fantastic altcoins, and we are gonna definitely gear up. So if you haven't subscribed already, that's a fantastic opportunity to do that, to get ready and educate yourself about the best altcoins that are gonna give us the best gains in the future. But today is a market update video, and now we're focusing more on the short term, or short to mid term, what should happen in crypto next. So first of all, guys, I just want to show you, I guess, maybe what happened in the very let's say last month or two in crypto. So as you can see, every time we've had really major local bottoms, I guess we can call it, major capitulations. Of course, we've had a lot of new volume come in and buy at the lower prices. But look at this one. So this is Binance, by the way, the largest exchange. Okay, this particular chart I'm showing you is between Bitcoin USDT on Binance. Okay, and look, I just wanted to show you first of all that. Okay, that's a fake out that I actually didn't really see before. I'm seeing it actually only today. I normally don't check the Binance chart here, but look at that. We've had this major capitulation in June 18th, and we went a little bit up, right, and then kind of started the sideways move. And then look over here at this crazy spike in volume. Now that's a daily, okay? That's a daily chart, and that's crazy volume for just one day. Like, I don't even know, the last time we've had so much volume in one day, which was still relatively less, was actually in the major capitulation of May 2021, when it was like really the peak of the bull run when it comes to sentiment, around May 2021. So bottom line, this volume on Binance was absolutely crazy. So, and this volume basically created this wall, and this volume kind of faked us once again, and once again drove the price down. Now, in the recent, let's say 1 to 2 last weeks, we actually did go up recently, but this time we had relative high volume once again, kind of coming in again to actually also uplift the price, but then also dump once again. But bottom line, guys, it looks like, at least right now in the foreseeable future, I see multiple scenarios coming from here. Okay, so this is the important point. So first, I actually like that we didn't go to the 28 or 20, let's call it 28 to 29, 30K. And I actually like that so far we only reached 24K. And now I'm watching what's gonna happen next. Today is gonna be a major day. I'm recording this video right now at 11 a.m. EST. So in 3 hours from now, we're gonna get the FOMC meeting. So we're gonna see what's happening. Again, I have no idea how the market would react just today in such a short-term thing, but like normally from what I remember in the recent FOMC meetings that they've had for the last half a year, normally what was happening like before the FOMC meeting was actually the reverse of what happened after that. So for example, I remember pretty vividly the middle of March that it was actually a really bearish day for most of the day and pretty volatile, but then it actually went catapulted up. So again, I'm not really claiming that just the fact that we are up now, so after the FOMC we're gonna go down, but just based on what happened in the last few months, it's possible. So I'm just a little bit speculating that if we're up now 3 hours before the FOMC meeting on the Nasdaq and on Bitcoin and S&P, I'm speculating just if it's gonna be similar to what it was before, we're actually gonna get down after, you know, for the foreseeable future, maybe a month or a few weeks. So that's kind of on the macro Nasdaq thing. Now back to Bitcoin, guys, on the Binance chart. So as we've seen, we do see this major volume, and what it really means, this major volume, what am I calling the video we've been faked out? Because normally this large volume is actually coming from, you know, the larger entities, the whales as we call them, okay? And they normally have the ability to really affect the price so much because they just have the funds to do that. So that's why I'm thinking there is a good chance. I mean, it is what it is. The volume was so much higher here. That's why it looks to me like we do have these fake outs now, once again, from the market, from the whale market participants. And possibly that's what happened here once again at 24K. But what I wanted to say is why I think that could be a good thing that we didn't reach the 28 to 30K area level is because as I've mentioned in a few of my past videos, guys, if you've seen it and if you haven't subscribed already, you can definitely do it now. But as I've discussed before, so look, the last times that we were actually at the bottom of the bear market and we were going out of the bear market, we've had, you see, sideways action for like 4 or 5 months. That was the last cycle's bear market, 2018, beginning of 2019. If we're also gonna check 2015, you know, actually let's do logarithmic, it's gonna be a little easier. If we're gonna check 2015, look at that. We've again had like sideways action for almost a year. Okay, so that's how you get out of bear markets. And similarly in Nasdaq and S&P in 2008 and 2001. So if now we're actually gonna stay in this range here at like between 17 to 25, 20, even I would say 30K, but kind of not pump way too hard and also not dump way too hard, I think there's not a bad possibility that this is actually the bottom area right now. Now, I do think at the very least, I think it's very reasonable that we're at least gonna revisit again the 18 or 17K area again, or at least to test it. Another thing, guys, if you've watched the videos before, I think another pretty relatively likely possibility is just because in the COVID 2020 crash, did reach the 300 week moving average here. I think, you know, it still looks to me that at least Bitcoin needs to touch this point, but because the price of the 300 moving average is just going up, and last time we discussed it, it was actually 16.5, and now it's 17 or 16,994, 17K. I think there's not a bad chance that actually this will keep going a little bit higher here over here, and then we may like touch it and, you know, maybe confirm another really strong support at the 17K area. And possibly that will be the bottom. But again, I think it's still very possible that we're actually gonna be bottoming much further down. I'm not really saying this is for sure, but I just mean, like, if we're not gonna have too much of a crazy of a relief rallies, then it may look like starting to go out of the bear market. But please don't get excited too quickly, because we can easily stay in this range for at least half a year. Which is fantastic. So if anybody's DCAing, that's a really good strategy, because, you know, you can just keep buying a little bit here, a little bit here. So if the price keeps actually going down, let's say to like 12K, and then stays like between 12 to 15, if you didn't really put all your money here, and again, non-financial advice, but if you didn't put all your money over here and it dropped, you still have enough money to keep DCAing in 12K or 15K. But if we actually never reach these levels and we just stay here above 18K or more, and you're just DCAing here, then at some point, let's say we're getting back to 30K and never visiting the 20K again, you still bought at these levels. So maybe you were just unable to really get the even crazier opportunity at 12, 15K, so you'll have to buy at 30 or 28K. Still, at the end of the day, you were able to catch these levels here. So that's why, again, non-financial advice, but I did start to DCA back over here. So I sold my altcoins here in December, and I started DCAing back in the last month, because again, even if we drop further, that's okay. And maybe we don't, you know, because historically the 200, you see this area, this line here, the 200 weekly moving average, historically it's a good time to buy Bitcoin. So that's why, again, that's why I started DCAing, and I think it's not a bad idea right now. So the thing that I'd like to finish this video with is I just wanted to show you guys actually also total crypto market. So we've discussed the 200 weekly moving average for Bitcoin, and as you can see, it's the first time actually that Bitcoin basically kind of did the new Guinness record of itself, that it had stayed below the 200 weekly moving average for really for really longer than 1 week. Now we've been here for like 5-6 weeks already, and right now it actually looks like a rejection, so we may actually stay below, and again we'll see what's gonna be happening between the 200 and the 300 here. But it's pretty crazy what happened with Bitcoin. But what I want to show you guys is, first of all, the total crypto market cap, okay? And that's really interesting because over here we actually held the 200 weekly moving average as support. And interestingly, in the COVID dump, we actually did have like 3-4 weeks below, and also in the end of 2018, end of bear market, we also kind of were underneath it for like 2 weeks or more or less, so you could say over here. So actually this time, so the crazy thing that I think for the first time ever, I mean not just think, I mean we literally see it in the charts. For the first time ever, we have Bitcoin beneath the 200 weekly moving average, while the total crypto market cap is actually holding it as support, and that has never ever happened before. And what it actually shows to me as a pretty crazy signal is that if we're gonna check Ethereum here as well, which is also above the 200 weekly moving average, it basically tells us that we are, for the first time ever in all of crypto history, the altcoins right now are much stronger than they've been before. Now they're definitely very weak in in crypto bear markets, of course, and of course they're gonna bleed, most of them gonna bleed more than Bitcoin, and they already have bled more than Bitcoin. But the crazy thing is that, again, in the past bear markets, altcoins were just much more obliterated than Bitcoin, and that's what you could see basically here in the total crypto market cap, okay, like in the COVID dump. And this time we're above, so it means that, let's put it like this, all of crypto combined is doing relatively, technically doing better than Bitcoin. And in the past, normally Bitcoin was doing much better than the total crypto market cap. So that's another really big thing that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, it doesn't really mean anything super important for the short term or the midterm, but it's really important because it just really shows us that this time, unlike in the past, and not like in the ICOs of 2017 or in 2013 or 14, that we only had like Litecoin, XRP, and no other serious altcoins. This time, guys, we have like thriving real ecosystems like Ethereum, like Avalanche, Solana, Matic, and many others. And that's why this time the altcoins are holding much stronger. So, as I said, just to sum the video up, altcoins are the most impressive than they have ever been in the all of blockchain history right now, so that's amazing. Thing number two is right now is really not financial advice as always, but I started DCAing because I think these levels are really not too bad for the long term. Okay, again, it could drop further, but long term, I think, buying a Bitcoin at 20k or Ethereum at 15k or 1,000, Solana at 30 something dollars, I think it's not a bad deal. We may get a better deal. That's why I'm DCAing and not going all in. But I think it's a really fantastic one. And lastly, guys, is the fake outs, is that, again, we do have this whale activity and we do have all this spike in volume out of nowhere and kind of, dropping us back or actually supporting us to lift us higher and then to sell and dump. So that's why, guys, super duper important in my opinion, guys. Please don't FOMO, okay? Just before, especially if you want to like buy something really hard, like go all in, just please, again, non-financial advice, but that's just, I don't want you guys to repeat the mistakes I've done in the past. And just before you do that, just think, okay, like what does it really mean in the grand scheme of things, okay? And just remember, the last really important thing is that really nobody really knows what's gonna happen. The only thing that we can do with technical analysis is just we can understand that once something happens, it increases the possibility and the probability of something other to happen too, okay? So once we break break any support or resistance levels, it just increases the possibility of something happening. But again, the best thing right now, the way I personally see it, It's just DCA, and once we have a more definitive bottom, which some technical analysis can help us understand, and right now we definitely don't have it yet, then we can go a little bit harder. Not really all in. I don't think it's a good idea going all in crypto in general, but you know, going heavier than what I am going it right now. So guys, once again, thank you very much for joining the video. As you see, I did a little bit of a mix up here. I got a new camera. I'm just, you know, trying new things, trying the camera over here and not over there as I had before. So I'm also kind of learning my way here as a crypto YouTuber. So guys, if you have any suggestions for me as a YouTuber, or if you have any questions, or if you want to just comment and say everything, I'd like to respond to that in the YouTube comments sections below. Again, I don't really run anywhere. I'm okay, you know, building a really strong core of subscribers here for like 1-2 years, because I think this bear market is going to be long and the accumulation phase is going to be long. I don't really see a bull run until a serious bull run until like the late 2023. So that's why I'm not really going hard right now in a crypto YouTube, but I do want to build a strong people, everybody who subscribed to me and everybody who follow me, you know, consistently. I really want you guys to succeed in a huge way, and I'm super thankful, but the market is providing us this opportunity by it being, you know, such a harsh bear market that we've had so far. So once again, thank you very much guys for anyone who was here, and I will keep doing my best to educate what is happening in the short to mid term, and then also finding the fantastic altcoins to buy for the long term, or at least for the next big narratives that we're gonna have in the next bull run. So thank you guys once again. I appreciate it a lot, and cheers as always.